All right, welcome everyone. We're getting rolling here and calling it to order at 5:05 p.m. Before we get into the agenda, there are a couple preliminary matters I want to address. Chairwoman Isnardi is actually handling election canvassing. I know that she'd probably much rather be here, but she's definitely got an excused absence as far as I think anyone is concerned. We also have a commissioner who should be on telephonically at this point, Commissioner Smith. I'm going to pass over the next several questions to Eden so that she can make sure that he's able to hear and see, and then she can advise folks that are in attendance who put in speaker requests how to present documents so that not only we can see them, but so that he can also see them as well.
Commissioner Smith, do you have access to a computer which is streaming the County Commission meeting to you?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it showing you the Brevard County Commission meeting room?
Yes,
Can you see the large screen behind the commissioners?
I can.
Okay. Applicants
And
and members
I can see Commissioner, no, I just missed him. Tobias, he was scratching his eye. We're good.
Applicants and members of the public, Commissioner Smith should be able to see you and hear you when you come up to the podium. If you have documents to submit to the board that you haven't submitted previously for delivery to the Board of County Commissioners, we have a method to present that document to the commissioners, well, and to Commissioner Smith in particular. Please look at the podium. To the right of the podium is a white projector. If you will put your document on that table, it will project the document onto the screen behind the commissioners so Commissioner Smith can see it. Thank you.
All right, perfect. We're going to move back to the written agenda here, and we're going to observe a moment of silence. And we have an option, either Commissioner Smith, if you'd like telephonically, you can lead us in the pledge. Alternatively, Commissioner Tobias has volunteered his services.
Works for me.
Which way? I think we're going with Commissioner Tobias.
Please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, moving right along. We don't have any minutes to approve. Amazingly, we don't have any resolutions, awards, or presentations. Consent agenda, we have one item. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, Commissioner Pritchett moved to approve consent. We have a second?
Second.
All right, second from Commissioner Tobias. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sounds like it passed unanimously. All right, moving along. We don't have any public comment cards for the general public comment portion. We do have some item-specific cards, which we'll get to. Let's move right along to H's and Hotel. Can staff present H1?
Sure. Case number 19PZ00095, Francis P. and Thomas A. Spina, co-trustees, request a change of zoning classification from GU general use and RR1 rural residential to AU agricultural residential. The subject property is located in District 1, which is Commissioner Pritchett's district.
All right, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. I would like to make a motion to approve. This couple actually found something kind of creative to do near the landfill, so I'm very, very good with it.
All right, that sounds good. We have a motion approved from Commissioner Pritchett. Second? Second from Commissioner Tobias. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Sounds like that passed unanimously as well. H2, I do have a card on this. And incidentally, if anyone has any disclosures, please just let me know at the outset when we call up the item. I don't believe there are any. I have one coming up, though. H2, I have a card, Angelica Tainer. Come on up, please.
Yes, hello. The only reason I filled out the card was because I was told to. There's nothing for me to say or add to whatever you already have in your comments, I think, unless you have questions.
Okay, and just for the record, you're from MEMS, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for the applicant? All right. Believe it's in your district, Commissioner Pritchett?
Mr. Chair, if I can interrupt, can I read the item into the record before we
Please.
can discuss? So the H2 is 19PZ00098, Thomas L. and Barbara S. Tofty, Angelica Tainer, applicant, requests a change of zoning classification from GU general use to SR suburban residential with a BDP binding development plan limited to one lot. It's located in Commission District 1, Commissioner Pritchett.
Commissioner Pritchett?
Yeah, I'm going to make a motion to approve. We went through a little bit of a briefing together. Now, they're going to need to figure out how to get the right-of-way onto the property, correct?
They have right of way in front of their property, so they'll be okay. It's bifurcated. They own 3 lots. One of them is bifurcated by a right of way to the other 2. So the binding development plan will help tie all of that together and will allow for them to be just one house on all 3 lots.
Okay, sir, thank you. I make a motion to approve, sir.
All right, we've got a motion from Commissioner Pritchett. Second from Commissioner Tobias again. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, passes unanimously. Congratulations. All right, moving on to H3, if you could please introduce that, staff.
PZ 19-00099, Laura Kimberly Miller requests a change of classification from RR1 rural residential to AU agricultural residential and the removal of an existing BDP binding development plan. It's located in District 1. Commissioner Pritchett. Staff has received 1 letter of opposition.
All right, I understand there may or may not be a motion to table this. Commissioner Pritchett?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Miller, you were going to put in a card to table, or is that what you're still wanting to do? Yes. Okay. Does she need to ask for the table, Jeffrey, or can I do that for her?
It's up to you.
Ms. Miller, if you want to come up as well, because I know you put a card in.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I see you're from Titusville, correct?
Yes, I am. I go by my middle name. That's probably why you missed it. I would like to postpone till next month so that I can have some time to prepare, please.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to table to December the 5th, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
That
you.
works. All right, motion to table to December 5th from Commissioner Pritchett. Second from Commissioner Tobias.
Thank you.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, it will be on December 5th. See you later. All right, moving along, and we do have a card for this as well. H4, the applicant, Tanya Knowles, has a card in. Staff, if you'd introduce that.
Thank you. 19PZ0100, Tanya C. Knowles and Daisy Knowles request a change of zoning classification from AU agricultural residential to RR-1 rural residential. It's located in District 3. Commissioner Tobias.
All right, Commissioner Tobias, let's go ahead if you'd like and hear from the applicant first, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
All right, let's see if we have the applicant, Ms. Knowles. And I see you're from MECO, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right, I also too did not know that I was going to be speaking, so.
If you don't want to, you're not forced to.
Okay, I thought I crossed it off and put applicant up there just so
Okay.
that my attendance is recorded that I'm
So-
here today,
You're basically just here for questions then.
if there are any. Sure.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll find out in a moment.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Commissioner Tobias?
Motion to approve.
All right, motion to approve from Commissioner Tobias. Do we have a second? All right, we do have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank
All
you.
right, awesome, thank you.
Take care. All right, moving right along, and I do have a disclosure for this one. H is in Hotel 5. My office received an email from Sandra Sullivan expressing opposition to the development. I do also see there's a card from the applicant, but before we do that, let's have staff do the intro, then we'll hear from the applicant.
Case 19PZ00103, Wayne R. Friedrich and Adam J. Saab. Andrew Bader, applicant, requests a change of zoning classification from BU-1 general retail commercial to RU-2-15 medium density multifamily residential. It's located in District 4. Commissioner Smith. Staff has received 2 letters of opposition.
All right, let's go ahead and hear from the applicant. Is it Frederick or Friedrich? Please. And if you'd say your city, I believe it's Satellite Beach as well?
Yeah, Satellite Beach.
Perfect.
I filled out the card, but everything I said at the first meeting, I'm not sure what else you need me to say.
No, if you're just available for questions, we can see if
Okay.
there are any concerns from Commissioner Smith, since it is his district.
Okay.
Okay, let's see momentarily. All right, Commissioner Smith?
Thank you. I do have some concerns about this issue. I'm concerned about future compatibility with the tenants that would be living in this unit that they propose. complaining about already existing businesses that surround them. We've seen that in cases before, and that concerns me. And the other problem I have is this property seems awfully small, and I'm concerned about parking and stormwater specifically. I think this would be I don't think this is a good fit for this property.
Do you think this is something that can be resolved if it's sent back to work with staff, or is this something where you think you need to go in a different direction?
Well, staff thinks that it'll work, but I've spoken to them, and they don't think so either. So I'm not there to ask them. Tad, would you want to weigh in on this?
Certainly, Commissioner Smith. So this is a pretty small site, and whenever we deal with small sites, as we get into site design, you know, everything becomes much more important. A space where we're dealing with setbacks and some of the criteria of our development plans and the development regulations, where it just becomes more compressed and becomes more difficult to establish a design that we know will work. So without having that, it's difficult for us to say that the applicant won't be back before you later asking for waivers or some relief from our site plan code or our subdivision code as they go forward.
Okay, what would you like to do, Commissioner Smith?
Well, I'd like to negate this.
So I guess, would that be just a motion to deny it in that case?
Yeah, motion to deny it, yes.
Okay, we have a motion to deny from Commissioner Smith. Do we have a second with respect to that? All right, a second from Commissioner Pritchett. All in favor of approving the motion to deny, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, unfortunately, it's denied.
Okay.
All right, moving onward, we have H6. I don't have any cards from this point onward. Staff, if you'd be so kind as to introduce that.
19 PZ 00104, Heck Enterprises of Brevard, Inc. requests a change of zoning classification from BU-1 General Retail Commercial to BU-2 Retail Warehousing and Wholesale Commercial. It's located in District 3. Commissioner Tobias.
Commissioner Tobias, what's your pleasure?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Perchance is the applicant here?
Is the applicant here? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I don't see them, Commissioner.
No?
Okay. So here's the predicament I'm in with this one. The applicant went to Planning and Zoning, agreed on a P&Z, BDP with P&Z, and then submitted the BDP with substantive changes. So either it was an error or they were trying to pull a fast one. And I'm just going to guess it was probably an error, but I don't feel comfortable going back and approving the BDP. So and I was going to offer that to the applicant, but I think since they're not even here, I think that probably the wise motion is just to deny at this point.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to send it back to P&Z or deny it, it's whatever you'd like. It's your district.
Yeah, they didn't meet with me. They're not here. I think that Tad, what if we were to deny it, they would have to apply again, go through the process.
They would have to go through the process. It would take them. I think they would have a limit of 6 months. They would have to wait before they would be able to make a reapplication. If you're, since they're not here, and if you were inclined, you could always table it to the next meeting. Give them an opportunity to be here. It's really the board's pleasure.
Well, in all honesty, we have given them the opportunity to show up. I mean, this is publicly, so I'm gonna make a motion to deny. If you want to go against, I understand, but I think it's.
I support whatever you want to do.
We showed up, so motion to deny.
Okay, we have a motion to deny from Commissioner Tobias. Do we have a second?
Second, I saw that too, but the line development plan didn't match what they said they would do, so yes, sir, I agree with you.
All right, we have a second as well. Any further discussion? Nope. All right, all in favor of denying, say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, it's denied unanimously.
19 PZ 00106, Corey Nail requests a change of zoning classification from PUD, Planned Unit Development, and AU, Agricultural Residential, to all AU. It's located in District 4, Commissioner Smith.
All right, I see. I don't know if, are these old lights, Commissioners Tobias and Pritchett?
Yes.
I apologize. I must have overlooked them before. All right, Commissioner Smith.
Do we have any cards?
No cards on this.
Well, then I move to approve.
All right, we have a motion to approve from Commissioner Smith.
Second.
Second from Commissioner Tobias. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. All right, moving right along, J1. Okay, I have to apologize to folks because this, when I saw it on here as my item, I was a little surprised because I had actually tried going through Legistar, which I'm still getting familiar with, and either I inadvertently approved it without intending to do so yet, or something else may have happened to it, because I had sent it to staff to get comments, and then the next thing I know, even the portions that clearly had work to be done were just left like that. So I think this was my error, and I apologize. If folks want to discuss it now, that's fine, but I think given that we have two folks that are out, my inclination would be to move to table it. I certainly don't want to take a vote on it this evening, but if anyone's here and they want to speak on it, I'm happy to hear it. Otherwise, I'd move to table it. And then I'll pass here. We'll pretend this is a gavel. I'll pass the gavel on this. I'll make it a motion to table.
Second?
All right, she seconds, and you got to call the question.
I'll call the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 3-0.
All right, now I've got this back again. We don't have any public comment. Board reports.
Chair.
Sir.
Sorry, I of course voted to table that, but as you
Yes,
come
sir.
forward, and since we're in, a public meeting, I can discuss, I first of all, I was in favor of the concept, but I wanted to add something to it, so
Yes,
as
sir.
you move forward, you can think. I'm concerned about fairness on this lateral ordinance, in so much as it looks as though Satellite Beach is getting 100% reimbursement. I'm concerned that as we move forward, that the amount of resources that come out of Sorrel will not dictate that 100%, I don't even want to say a match, because 100% pay. So I would have a motion, or will have a motion, to immediately suspend the 100% until we can get a reasonable amount. It seems that we would be punishing folks, which I have no problem with, who had the opportunity to have 100% of it paid, whereas, if we were to do this later, we'd be asking people to 50 or potentially 60% as the money runs dry. So
Makes sense.
I would like to look at, hopefully it's not mutually exclusive, to be clear, but just we have a parity issue, so we make sure that Satellite Beach is not receiving 100% of the funds. As you know, there's a member in the Sorrel Committee that is a manager of that area, and I just want to see the money distributed fairly.
Understood. Commissioner Pritchett?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they did this as a pilot thing, but I would be curious to know how they're going to continue doing that through the communities, because I think if they started it there, they need to, maybe we need to offer that to other communities too, instead of just one area. I don't know how to do all that. I don't know the cost on it, so.
Maybe the best way is to speak with Virginia and then try to work with staff individually to express. Virginia, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome. Almost want to do a motion to reconsider the motion to table. I'm going to skip it, though.
The Satellite Beach area was the first pilot area because that was where the large overflows happened during the hurricane. A second pilot area was approved in Titusville. They have not done their smoke testing yet, so we don't know what they will find. And there are a large number of applications from our utilities department for the next 2020 update of the plan. But those have not been considered by the committee yet to make a recommendation to the county commission.
All right, perfect. Anything further on this topic? All right, seeing nothing, we will move right along to board reports. Mr. Abate?
No report.
Ms. Bentley?
No report.
Commissioner Pritchett?
No report?
All right, I guess I'll go real briefly here, and I'll keep it kind of brief, just to give folks a heads up of what they'll see for not the 12th, but the 19th, I believe. We have another meeting. I am going to have a motion to appoint Laurent Rawlings to the TDC to fill the spot that was vacated by Anna Palermo. She's with the Melbourne Chamber, so what I intend to do, and I've started drafting the language for it today, is simultaneous with having her appointed, I want to go ahead and address the fact that she does work for Melbourne Chamber, which is a recurring grant recipient from the TDC. So please expect that. Other than that, and I'll save more in-depth discussion for a time when we have more commissioners here. But I did have conversations with the mayor and city manager as recently as today in person in Cocoa Beach about Laurie Wilson Park, and then also about a potential automatic aid agreement for Snug Harbor and potentially some of the other unincorporated areas that are adjacent to that. So that's all I've got for purposes of this evening. Commissioner Tabaya?
No report.
Commissioner Smith?
Sorry, no report.
All right, then we do not have our chair because she's canvassing. So with that, unless there's anything further, I'm going to adjourn it at 5:26.
The opinions expressed by any member of the public during any period of public comment do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the Board of County Commissioners of Brevard County, Florida, Space Coast Government Television, or the program sponsor, and are solely those of the presenter. The Board of County Commissioners of Brevard County, Florida, Space Coast Government Television, and the program sponsor hereby expressly disclaim any and all responsibility or liability for any defamatory or slanderous statements expressed by any member of the public during any such period.